Gunther warns Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes in trouble? Gunther's chilling threat. Cody faces his biggest test. Gunther changes everything. What happens when one of the most determined superstars in WWE finds himself targeted by one of the most feared competitors in the entire industry? And what if the warning being delivered isn't coming from a man trying to get attention, but from someone who has already built a career on making good on every threat he makes? That's the question hanging over WWE right now after Gunther sent a terrifying message to Cody Rhodes, a message that immediately grabbed the attention of fans across the wrestling world and sparked endless debates about what could happen next. The thing that makes this situation so fascinating is that Gunther isn't your typical WWE superstar. He doesn't rely on flashy catchphrases. He doesn't spend every week trying to entertain the crowd with jokes. He doesn't need to scream into a microphone to make people pay attention. In fact, the less he says, the more dangerous he seems. That's because Gunther has spent years building a reputation that few superstars can match. Every time he steps into the ring, he carries himself with a level of confidence that suggests he already knows how the match is going to end. There is no panic. There is no uncertainty. There is no second guessing. There is only focus. And when someone like that turns their attention toward Cody Rhodes, people notice. Now, Cody Rhodes is not a man who scares easily. If there's one thing fans have learned throughout his career, it's that adversity seems to bring out the very best in him. No matter how many obstacles are placed in front of him, Cody somehow finds a way to keep moving forward. That journey is one of the biggest reasons why he has become such a beloved figure among wrestling fans. His story has never been about taking the easy path. It's been about fighting through setbacks, overcoming disappointment, and refusing to quit even when the odds seem impossible. Time after time, Cody has been told that he couldn't achieve something, and time after time, he has proven people wrong. But Gunther presents a different kind of challenge. This isn't simply another talented opponent looking to make a name for himself. This is a man who has built his entire identity around domination. Gunther doesn't just defeat opponents. He breaks them down piece by piece. He takes away their confidence. He takes away their momentum. He forces them to compete at his pace and under his conditions. That's what makes him so intimidating. When most wrestlers talk about winning, they're focused on getting their hand raised at the end of the night. When Gunther talks about winning, it feels like he's talking about something much bigger. He wants complete control. He wants to leave no questions unanswered. He wants his opponents to know exactly who the superior competitor is when everything is over. And that's why his message to Cody Rhodes felt different. It wasn't delivered with anger. It wasn't fueled by emotion. It wasn't the kind of threat that disappears the moment the cameras stop rolling. Instead, it felt calculated. It felt deliberate. It felt like a warning from someone who genuinely believes he already has the answer to the problem standing in front of him. That's what has fans talking. Because confidence is one thing, but certainty is another. Gunther sounded like a man who wasn't hoping to beat Cody Rhodes. He sounded like a man who expected to beat Cody Rhodes. And when someone with his track record speaks that way, it's hard not to pay attention. Of course, Cody Rhodes has heard doubters before. In fact, you could argue that doubt has followed him throughout much of his career. There have been moments when people questioned whether he could reach the top. There were moments when people wondered if he could ever fulfill the potential that so many saw in him years ago. Yet every time those doubts appeared, Cody found a way to answer them. That's why many fans aren't ready to count him out now. If anything, they believe this kind of challenge might motivate him even more. Because Cody has always thrived when the pressure is at its highest. When everything is on the line. When the spotlight is shining brightest. That's when he tends to deliver some of his most memorable performances. Still, this situation feels different. And that's because Gunther is different. There is something uniquely intimidating about a competitor who doesn't seem interested in playing mind games. Most rivalries involve both sides trying to get under each other's skin. There are insults. There are emotional confrontations. There are moments designed to create chaos. Gunther rarely needs any of that. His presence alone creates tension. The way he carries himself creates tension. The way he talks creates tension. Even the way he looks at an opponent can make a situation feel more serious. That's a rare quality. Very few superstars have the ability to make an entire arena feel uncomfortable simply by standing in the ring and speaking calmly. Gunther does. And now that attention is focused on Cody Rhodes. The deeper you look at this potential rivalry, the more interesting it becomes. On one side, you have Cody Rhodes, a superstar whose career has been built around perseverance, resilience, and never giving up. On the other side, you have Gunther, a competitor whose success has been built on discipline, dominance, and complete control. They're almost opposites in many ways. Cody represents the fight. Gunther represents the obstacle. Cody represents hope. Gunther represents reality. And when those two forces collide, something special usually happens. That's why fans are becoming more invested with every passing week. They're not just interested in seeing who wins. They're interested in seeing how it happens. Can Cody withstand the pressure that Gunther brings into every match? Can he survive the physical punishment? Can he keep his confidence intact when faced with one of the most dominant forces WWE has seen in years? Or will Gunther prove that he is simply operating on a different level? Those questions don't have answers yet. And that's exactly why people can't stop talking about them. Every fan seems to have a different prediction. Some believe Cody's heart and determination will carry him through. Others believe Gunther's relentless style will eventually overwhelm even someone as talented as Cody Rhodes. Honestly, both sides make compelling arguments. That's what makes this rivalry feel so unpredictable. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. And in today's wrestling landscape, unpredictability is a powerful thing. The anticipation continues to grow because every interaction between these two men feels important. Every word carries weight. Every stare feels meaningful. Every moment seems to move the story forward. It's like watching a storm form in the distance. At first, you only notice a few dark clouds. Then the wind starts picking up. Then the atmosphere changes. And before long, everyone realizes something major is coming. That's where things stand right now. The warning has been delivered. The challenge has been issued. And the tension continues to build. For Gunther, this appears to be another opportunity to prove why so many people consider him one of the most dangerous competitors in WWE today. For Cody Rhodes, this could be another chance to show why he has become one of the most respected and resilient stars in the business. Neither man is likely to back down. Neither man is likely to change who they are. And that's exactly why fans are so excited about the possibility of seeing them collide. Because when two competitors with this level of confidence, skill, and determination find themselves on a collision course, the result is usually unforgettable. The WWE Universe knows it. The fans know it. And deep down, Cody Rhodes and Gunther probably know it too. Something big is coming. The question is whether Cody Rhodes can overcome one of the most terrifying warnings of his career, or whether Gunther is about to prove that every word he spoke was a promise rather than a threat. What do you think will happen when these two incredible superstars finally meet?